in.
Hi, Mr. Forbes.
How you doing?
Robert McCandless from
Robert,
ADP.
Robert.
Good to see you. How you doing today?
Good.
Good, Robert. Oh, well, thanks so much for taking the time to meet with me today. I really
Nice
appreciate
seeing
it.
you again since I saw you at the coffee shop.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here's one of my business cards. If I get one here,
Sure.
thank you, sir. I appreciate it. So normally a first visit with a successful business owner like yourself takes about 15 or 20 minutes. I just want to make sure that that will be available to us today.
I think they'll be fine.
Okay, great. Well, like you said, it was great seeing you at Bob's Coffee Shop the other day. I know you had to run off and get all your equipment installed and everything, so how'd the moving process
It's going pretty well. We still got a little bit of glitches we're taking care of, but it'll be all right.
Okay, what sorts of glitches?
Just some things not quite arriving on time, just
Oh,
putting
yeah.
some things.
Absolutely.
Nothing major. Just, you always want things to go faster than they really do.
Right. So how you liking the Atlanta area?
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's different than Tallahassee.
A little different.
It's doing okay.
The weather here today is amazing, though, so that's a good thing. So, as I talked to Bob at Bob's Coffee Shop about First Call and also did some research on your company, I realized that you and I, Mr. Forbes, are in very similar companies and businesses. You at First Call are all about helping your customers become more productive by managing their technology so they can get back to running the business the way they want to, right? Your slogan is, we manage the technology so you don't have to. Well, we at ADP are all about the same exact thing. We want to manage your payroll systems, not your technology, and so you can become more productive and manage your business the way you want to.
Okay.
And that's exactly what I'm here to talk to you about today, Mr. Forbes. I want to help you at First Call become more productive. How does that sound to you?
Sounds great, Robert.
All
Please
right.
call me Mickey. Don't call me Mr. Forbes.
Okay, Mickey, sounds good. Well, given our limited time today, I'd like to set an agenda for the day so we hit on everything we'd like to. First, I'd like to confirm and expand on some of my research that I've done on your company.
All right.
Secondly, I'd like to ask you a few questions about First Call and the current state of it and also your future growth plans. And then thirdly, assuming we find a fit between your company and ours, I'd like to show you a product demonstration and show you how our products can work for you.
Very good.
How does that agenda sound? Do you want to
Sounds
add anything? You good?
Right now, if anything, I'll add as we go. Sounds pretty good to me.
Okay, well, great. Well, many of my clients are really concerned about price in the first meeting, so if you don't mind, I'd like to make that the fourth item on our agenda, and we can run through that right at the end.
That'd be very good.
Okay, great. So when it comes to making a business management payroll decision, Mickey, would you say that you're the sole decision maker, or do we need somebody else?
No, not at all. We've got a team approach. I've got two other individuals that would be part of the process after the fact.
Okay, and who are those two individuals?
Robin and Kate.
Robin and Kate. Okay, and what do Robin and Kate do in First Call?
One of them's our general counsel. The other one's our CO.
Okay. Okay, so the meeting, or the second step after this would be to schedule a meeting with Robin and Kate, and we can get them all involved?
Yes.
Okay, well, great. Well, hopefully we find a fit today and we can move forward with setting up a meeting with them. So, have you had any prior experience with ADP or our services?
Not at all. Very low. I mean, I know about ADP, but I have not had any experience with them.
Okay, well, I'll give you a general overview of what we do. We're the largest human resource and payroll provider to companies in the world. We have over 600,000 clients, and those range from Fortune 500 companies to small and mid-sized businesses like yours. And we really pride ourselves on, like I said, helping our customers become more productive by allowing you to get back to doing the things you want in your business and not having to worry about payroll.
Very good.
So that's what we're here to talk about today.
All right.
So obviously First Call is in the growth stage of your business life cycle, I'd say, as evidenced by opening this new office. Do you have any other plans to grow in the near future?
Well, that always goes by how this office works in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Hey, all things go well, then we'll definitely look at hopefully opening another branch.
Okay, and you have 2 or 3 branches currently?
Right now we have 2. This is the third.
Okay, this is the third branch.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, on your website, I saw that you service over 1,000 organizations, and that's a testament to you as a business owner and the growth of your company. I was wondering how many employees you currently have to service all those.
Right about 100.
100 employees. Wow. So you guys are really in that growth stage. You guys are doing a great job, it sounds like. So could you talk to me about your current payroll system? How's that working for you? What does that look like?
Well, very little, to be honest with you. But our systems, basically the cards, everything goes to a leader in each one of the branches.
Okay.
And then it's run through the headquarters.
Oh, it's run through the headquarters.
Which is a concern. I'm not sure how something like this would work here at a branch versus the headquarters.
Okay.
But it's all run into that way.
Okay, well, we have an application that allows you to run it from one central location, and you can send out the data to each location. So It sounds like our product will work perfectly for you, but we'll get into that a little later. So how often do you do this payroll?
Bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly, okay. And you mentioned only Robin and Kate are the ones, or not Robin and Kate, yeah, Robin and Kate are the only ones doing the payroll, nobody else is involved?
There might be someone else involved, but those are the main decision makers on the process of what would be brought in.
Right, okay, and how long does it take them each 2 weeks?
I
to do
think
payroll?
payroll run takes at least 3 hours, maybe a little bit longer.
3 hours every 2
Yeah.
weeks?
Mhm.
Okay. And what software are you currently using?
It's a Microsoft GT.
GT. Okay. And how much does that cost you annually?
You know, I know there's an annual fee of $1,250.
Oh, wow.
What
Okay.
additional fees I can't answer.
Okay. That sounds good. So have you had any compliance issues with your current system or real glaring issues with your current system?
No,
Okay.
things that, as far as I know and what I've heard, there seems to be going pretty smooth.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. How do your employees currently enter their hours every day, every week? Is it punch cards, or what does that look like?
Well, it's a good question. They actually do their own time cards, put in their information,
Okay,
which we have probably been a little bit lax as of recent as far as their paid time off.
oh,
We maybe not be keeping up with it as well as we should.
okay,
Not saying that they're taking advantage, but we want to make sure that they are being paid for their time off as
Right.
well as that they're not being paid for additional,
Right.
or it should be.
and so has that resulted in any monetary losses or anything like
Not
that?
that we've
Just-
noticed, it's just something that we recognize that we have not been keeping up with.
Okay,
That's all.
okay, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad to say that ADP does have a solution for that as well. We've developed a new product called Time and Labor Management.
Okay?
And what this is it's a swipe in, swipe out, check in, check out system, and it also keeps track of the paid time off, and it's lined up exactly with the Affordable Care Act, so you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. And I'll show you that product a little later, but I think that can definitely help you with the paid time off, because that tracks that very simply, either on a spreadsheet or a document,
Okay.
or whatever you choose. So, so on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate your current payroll
Probably a
system?
7.
7. Okay. That's pretty good, but I think we can still both agree that there's some room for improvement there.
Always room for improvement.
Great. And if Robin and Kate weren't doing the payroll 3 hours a week, what else could they be doing?
Well, HR issues going on, whoever knows what else could be happening, but
Mhm.
definitely if there's time savings, there's gonna be other things that could be taking its place.
Right, and they could probably create some income streams in other ways. Okay, cool. So if you could change 2 things about your current payroll system to raise your satisfaction level from a 7 to a 9 or a 10, what would those 2 things be?
Well, I'm thinking about time,
Okay,
if we can save time and
Time.
cost.
time and cost. Obviously, I'll hit cost on the end. Any other of these things strike you as big concerns?
Well, we talk about compliance or mobility, and mobility is an interesting question. We do basically everything at the office right now.
At the headquarters in
At the
Tallahassee.
headquarters,
Okay.
Accuracy, of course, it's something that, like I brought up before, but we've already discussed, is how accurate we are right now with the paid time off.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, paid time off.
mhm.
Okay. Well, great. So if I could show you, well, what do you think will be the impact on first call if you continue with your current system?
I'm sorry, repeat that?
What do you think will be the impact, either monetary or stress load on first call if you continue with your current system?
Well, considering that things have been, we haven't seen a problem as of yet,
Right.
we'd probably just be status quo.
Okay.
If there's something that you say that is more time consuming or less time consuming, or if it costs less or gives us additional benefits,
Mhm.
I'm a true believer in technology.
Technology.
Technology is always, it primarily might have a cost up front, but it's always going to be a savings on down the line, and the longer you use it, find additional costs.
Right. Okay, great. Well, if I could show you how ADP's product could address these 3 concerns of yours and raise your satisfaction level to a 10, would you seriously consider a switch to ADP today?
I think that'd be a discussion. We bring in Robin and Kate.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, well, I will go ahead and show you how this product can work for you.
Okay.
What I'm going to show you is our product called ADP Run Mobile, and we developed this for businesses of your size. It's a great new solution that we have, and it's really going to help you with your accuracy, timeliness, and mobility issues. So mobility, number 1, obviously I'm doing this on an iPad. You can also do it on your cell phone, and you can also do it on a desktop. So you say you do all the payroll from the main headquarters in Tallahassee, that's great, but you still need to enter all the information from the other offices, correct? The
Yes,
managers
yes.
from there.
Now, you talk about being mobility, you talk about doing it on a phone. What about hacking? What about phone hacking?
So what you're concerned with is the security of your data
Mhm.
with ADP. ADP has heard that from many of our clients, and so we've invested millions of dollars into the security department in ADP, and now we have a security system that's at the level of online banking. So if you're comfortable doing online banking, you should be comfortable with this.
Okay.
And I should also mention that if any of your data ever gets stolen and it costs you money, we're going to take that on us, and we're going to be fully liable for that, and we'll pay that cost. So that helps you, eases your concern
Can I
about
get that in writing?
Yes, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. Does that address your concern?
That's very good.
Okay, great. Well, we're going to run your first payroll here, so if you could click on Payroll Hub, I'll show you how accurate and timely this can be. This brings up a screen that we're just checking the regular or special payroll. The regular payroll is saying that you are going to enter the same information that you've done over and over and over. So that saves you time,
Okay.
like I said. So you can click on regular payroll. And
You got
then,
someplace to go?
what's that?
You got someplace to go?
No, not at all. I'm just making sure I don't want to waste any of your time and go over that 20 minutes, sir.
All right, thank you, Robert.
So period start, period end, this is again a verification key that helps you with your accuracy and so that you know you're in the right period. And then you can also do a direct deposit option, and so you don't have to write all those checks to your 100 employees, and that'll save you time down the road as well.
Yeah, we don't have direct deposit,
Okay.
but that might be something to discuss in the future.
So you think that'd be a big benefit to
Might
you?
be a big,
Okay.
it does, the issue is employees and how they want to be paid.
Right, right. Okay, you can click start. And then this brings up all your employees, and you can go ahead and click on one of your employees and see all of the earnings and deductions that you have in them. And in here, we also have a time for sick hours, vacation hours, and so that'll address your concern with the paid time off.
Okay.
So you can enter all of that into our system very easily, and it'll be a huge benefit to you. And you can swipe to the next employee if you want. It's very easy to use,
Okay.
so you can see. And then once you checked all your information, you can go ahead and click preview at the top. Perfect, and calculate. And then this brings up our preview screen. I think you're really going to be excited about this because of the accuracy of it. So if you're checking your employees' paid time off hours and you're making sure they are getting paid, you'll double check it all here, and you'll just make sure they're getting the right amount of money.
Okay.
It's a double check system that eliminates errors, which I think will be a huge benefit to you, don't you think?
Sure, I could see that.
Great. And then once you checked it all, you can click approve and approve payroll. And you ran your first payroll. That was about a minute and a half. How timely was that for you?
That was very good.
That was pretty good. Do you see how this system could address your issues of accuracy, timeliness, and mobility, and help with those paid time off hours?
I would think so.
Okay, great.
Issue is cost now.
Cost. Okay, do you want to hear about the TLM option, the time and labor management option?
Sure.
Okay, so what this is like I said, it's a clock in, clock out system. So we have a few different options. You can call in through a toll-free number. You can do a web-based timesheet, and those are the same pricing. They're $50 per month. And then we have a time clock option where you can take a name card badge and swipe it, or a finger scan.
Okay.
And so that system all coordinates with the paid time off hours. So if they're not clicking in, they should be either getting paid time off, or they got fired, or they're sick, or something of that sort. So it all integrates with this.
So is that an additional fee on top of whatever the payroll fee would be?
Yes, that's correct. So I'll show you those fees right now, actually. We have a couple of options. Like I said, the first one is either the web-based timesheet where they go on their desktop and click in, or a telephone entry, and those are $800 a year. And then if you want to do one time clock at your central location, which is either the badges or the finger scan, it'll be $1,700 a year.
Okay.
So those are our options. You can think about that for a little, and I'll show you the pricing of what we have at the ADP Run Mobile. Does that sound good?
Sure. So this would be on top of the additional?
That is on top
Okay.
of it, yes,
All right.
sir. But it's a huge benefit to your company because it's a very easy way to track everything.
Okay.
So what I'm going to go through here is the number of employees you said was 100, so that's going to be $78.95 per payroll process, and this is going to calculate how much it's going to be per year. And then number of locations, since you're doing it at the hub in Tallahassee, that'll just be one, and that'll bring up our total of $2,044 for the year for this ADP Run Mobile. How does that number look to you?
That sounds pretty good considering I'm paying $12.50 for just a startup fee.
Well, good. And even with that number, the price of your current software, you're obviously going to save that money, plus penalties and fines. You're not going to have to worry about those. Plus those man hours, those 3 hours are going to get back into your income stream. And so you're gonna create a lot of value even with the $2,000 here. So I'm glad we agree on that. As far as the time and labor management option, what do you think you want to do there?
I'm gonna probably bring in Robin and Kate to make that decision as
Okay.
well, because I'm not gonna make a decision on badges or finger scans on, on 3 different locations.
Right.
So.
Absolutely. So I think I can bring in a time clock, a sample time clock, the finger scan and the badge to meet with Robin and Kate, and so they can check that.
You can do that for the next meeting?
I can do that for the next meeting if that's what you want.
Okay.
And I can also bring back the presentation and show them that
Very
as well.
good, most definitely.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, so if you don't have any other questions for me, I think we're at a point where we can set up another meeting first.
One more.
Yes.
Doing a little bit of research for this meeting, getting on Google and doing some stuff on ADP. One situation came up from an individual was regarding serviceability and having a service issue at their office.
Okay.
And that they were on hold for an enormous amount of time, 20+ minutes while trying to get through.
Oh, wow.
Can you comment on that? Or?
Yes, absolutely. So what you're concerned with is the customer service that we're going to give you with ADP. First of all, what is the name of that person so I can get a hold of them and fix that issue?
It's on Google.
Okay.
You can Google.
I will definitely look that up and get in touch with them. We have heard that from many of our clients, and so we've created a solution that's a 24/7 call center, and that's paid employees that have worked at least 10 years in the payroll management system, so they know what they're talking about. And the average wait time is 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay, that sounds better.
And again, if you are waiting 20 minutes, go ahead and give me a call. Again, I'm new to the Atlanta area. I don't have a lot of clients like this, so I have a lot of time on my hands. So give me a call up, and I'll come down and solve your issue in person.
Very good.
Does that address your
That
concern?
sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, well, great. Well, I would love to set up a meeting with Robin and Kate for next week sometime. Wednesday or Thursday works for me. What do you think would work best for you?
Probably Wednesday, but what I'd like you to do is I can talk to them today.
Okay.
And give me a call tomorrow.
Okay.
And we will set up a time for Wednesday.
Okay, I understand we're both very busy people, and I know you're running the business and getting moved in and everything. So if you wouldn't mind, it'd be nice to just block out a time on the calendar so neither of us
Well,
forgets.
it's first in the morning on Wednesday.
Morning on Wednesday. Okay, we'll
But
plan.
call me, and so if we need to change something.
Absolutely, I'll check with the secretary and everything.
Excellent.
So, all right.
All
Well,
right.
I look forward to seeing you next
Robert,
week.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your time
Thank
and
you.
presentation.
I appreciate it. You have a great one.
We do.
We're a couple minutes under. And it was good seeing you in here, Mr. Redding. I was like, oh. This will
I
be
had no
fun.
idea. Oh, there's Robert. You did good.
Well,
Very good.
well, thanks.
You're the first person, everybody showed me.
Yeah.
You're the first person that did the financials on the iPad.
Oh, good.
I like
Maybe
that.
that's good.
I like that.
Was everybody else selling you TLM as well?
Everybody was selling to him.
Yeah, I bet.
A couple of them didn't bring it up, but they were still selling it to me. They
Gotcha.
didn't use the terminology, but I like, a lot of them were doing math on
Yeah.
pad.
I don't want to make a mistake.
Yeah, that was great.
Well,
That was
good.
great. Very good.